Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Phoenix Suns playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. And here's what Phoenix's schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. And then Friday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks.
And that game against the Kings seems like the season's flying by, as that's already their 10th contest of the year. The pecking order in the league's starting to take shape.
A look at the 76ers starting group. We've got TJ Warren. Evan Fournier is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Bertans in at the small forward position. And for the Suns, KD and Nurkic are the big men for them. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. And it's Roddy in at the 3. We're just a few games into the new year, Doris. How important is it for a team to start off strong?
I think, B.A., it's hugely important. What we've learned historically is that the first 20 games are a good indicator for success. And obviously, if you're younger, can your confidence waver if you get off to a tough start? Veterans can absorb it a little bit better. But to me, those first 20 games, big time important. Booker playing a little bit of cat and mouse, smart enough to know when it's better to pull up.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
They get it back. Nurkic laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, Nurkic throwing his big weight around on the offensive glass right there. Go to work, Big Nurk.
Maxey passes to Bertans, using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
And Doris, at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds, Jusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
B.A., we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old-school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim, not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and a finisher. Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Here's Roddy. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. The biggest focus on the defensive end, the big man, Joel Embiid. Coach telling me that they've talked a lot about how to defend Embiid. They have a great film session on it, but at the end of the day, he said Joel is a monster down low, so there's only so much you can do. It'll be fun watching the process do his thing tonight, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Well, we talk about playing to your size. At 6'10", Davis Bertans got to make that look easy.
Outside Durant. Wing shot on the way. Again, the Suns good for 2.
And you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Yeah, so underrated as a shooter. TJ Warren, multiple years shooting over 40% from deep.
Outside Durant to the paint. Here's Beal. And another basket for Phoenix. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders or putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, B.A. You see the defender just a bit too aggressive. Nurkic takes advantage, and he'll get to the free throw line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Philadelphia?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And that one misses.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Woods checked in for Phoenix. Beverly comes in for Beal. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Reed's checked in for Joel Embiid. Williams comes in for Warren. Council, he's checked in for Bertans. And it's McLaughlin in for Fournier. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
And let's take this chance to call out our Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Evan Fournier.
His offensive effort has really gone unmatched as of late. When it comes to that end of the floor, he's been accurate and explosive. Hard for any defense to keep up with that.
1:03 left in the first quarter. Pass to McLaughlin from outside the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Suns trail by 4. Wood outside. Here's Durant. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Durant's got his third basket on the night right there. For Philadelphia, they've gone an impressive 8 of 9. Williams passes to McLaughlin. For 3, Maxey. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Free throw line jumper. Out to Wood. Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Yeah, Christian Wood proving the point that I can make threes as well as anybody. This guy is a floor spacer.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. No problems knocking that one down.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Booker for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Booker's got 8.
How about that? Devin Booker says anything you can do, I can do better. 3 in the books.
Williams passes to McLaughlin. Here's Maxey. Out to the right wing. Puts up a 3. Council with the bucket.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for the 76ers. Moving the rock and looking for a shot, it's clear he's in a good rhythm. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
And we've seen the league ramp up the series model, where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
BA, I absolutely love this, and more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Bradley Beal's out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Christian Wood. Then it's Nasir Little, and it's Vizinkov in at the power forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
At 6'10", dunking is effortless for Wood, especially when he's given this type of positioning.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Pass to Reed. From the arc. Another three for Philadelphia.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Don't sleep on the athletic ability of Bradley Beal. I know he's a sweet shooter, but boy, can he get off his feet.
Over the last few years, Bradley Beal has had an unfortunate string of injuries, Doris.
BA, that's putting it mildly. If you go back to the 2019 season, he hasn't played more than 60 games since that year. Obviously, when he's healthy, this is one of the great shooters and ball-handling guards in the league. He has the physical stature and ability to be outstanding on the defensive end. It's just hard watching him get robbed of so many of these prime years.
Roddy, he's checked in for Phoenix. Devin Booker comes in for Beverly. Warren's checked in for Philadelphia. Fournier comes in for Mikhailuk. Such a wide-open look. Roddy's got 6.
Finding his teammate, great awareness by Wood.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
All right, fans, it's dance cam time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Let's go!
And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. Second, the 76ers.
Yeah, knocking down free throws was a real specialty for them last year.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. McLaughlin pass to Reed. Fournier for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Suns trail by 8. Pass to Roddy. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. 2 here in the second.
From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Reed's got 6.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Give him 8 points now.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
All right, Suns fans, here come your Suns dancers.
Some changes for Phoenix. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Vezenkov, and Little is subbed in for Beal. Bertans checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for McLaughlin. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Wood. Shot from the low post is good. Wood's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Christian Wood has all the moves when he's close to the cup. That's a pretty look right there.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. That'll put T.J. Warren on the line. It goes on Kevin Durant. Philadelphia shooting their first free throw tonight.
One shot.
And that one falls for Warren.
You know, one of my favorite things about T.J. Warren is how much he believes in his ability to score the basketball. He doesn't back down from anyone.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Outside Durant. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Sixers lead by 11. Bertans for three. Another three for Philadelphia.
Yeah, this is what Davis Bertans does best, right? The ability to consistently knock down range shots.
For three, Booker. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Count the basket.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Here's Roddy. Fournier covering. Good work there as it goes. Roddy's got 8 points in the quarter.
With defense that soft, you have to take them to task.
Here's Maxey. And he gets the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And we finished off one half of play. The Sixers on top. They lead by 13. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Joel, the reserves have been awesome so far. What are you seeing from them?
The bench has helped us a lot. They've come in, they scored the ball, they've got to stop, so we're going to need them to keep it going.
Helps to have backup. Good luck in the second half.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, for Philadelphia, a tall order for them in this one, looking to steal a win from a very good team. On paper, it's a tough hill climb.
Yeah, but that's why we play games. Anything can happen.
And let's move on now to those first two quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Suns.
They've been a step slow to close out on shooters all night, and that's why they've given up so many threes. Come on, man, show some hustle.
Perimeter D, apparently not their strong suit. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Here's Durant. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with T.J. Warren. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Bertans in at the three, the small forward.
You simply must stay attached to Bradley Beal. He's too elite from three. The corner is pure.
Ooh, poked away. Maxey with it. Nurkic picks him up. It's stolen by Nurkic. Pushing it up now. And the basket by Beal. Beal's got 11.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Yeah, just an outstanding find by Maxey. More than willing to give it up to open teammates.
And Booker puts up a deep three. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Drafted as a 19-year-old back in 2015 by the Suns, Devin Booker has a special connection with Phoenix Doors.
BA, they absolutely love Devin Booker in the Valley of the Sun. He's been with the Suns his entire career, and basically it's a fan base that has watched this young man grow up. And when you think over the long history of this organization, when you mention the best players in team history, there is no doubt he is part of that conversation.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Booker. 14 points for him. Here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Bradley Beal letting you know there's still an explosive level to his game. Off the speed, easy finish.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Time to get up and make some noise for your Sun Life Squad. Get loud, fans, all the time, your Life Squad. The loudest section in t-shirts, so get loud.
quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. 5th best, the Suns.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Into the lane, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Beal gets the bucket.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
The Sixers lead by 11. Maxey passes to Bertans. Left side Warren. Fires the 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
The Suns have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Christian Wood is checked in for the Suns. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Reed's checked in. Beal outside. Durant for 3. That one falls. Coming off Beal's feed. Durant's got 9.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, you allow him a path to the cup, look out.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Fournier for 3. And the 76ers another 3.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
Beal finds Nurkic. Now Booker. And Beal with the basket on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 5 assists tonight.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Count that one, Reed.
You know, one thing about Maxey is that he always is looking for an outlet.
Suns trail by 15. For 3, Booker. The answer, Devin Booker.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Outside Fournier. Let's go with a 3. Drills it from deep. He's got 12.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. The 3, Durant. And the Suns get another 3.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Here's Maxey. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Booker surveying the D. 4-3. Oh, a tape measure basket for Booker. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Sixers ahead, up 11. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And now let's take a listen in on head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Let's be the one that just plays harder. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down, asking for a little more energy and more effort.
Yeah, he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Christian Wood, Patrick Beverley out there with Devin Booker, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
what a nice little burst from Patrick Beverley to get in transition.
Mykhailiuk, pass to McLaughlin, back to Mykhailiuk. Embiid with it. Oh, wow! Embiid, so strong.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing. Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Here's Council. And the shot is good. Drop it in off the front of the rim. And the 76ers lead by 13. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan.
Here comes some T-shirts. Get up out of your seats, everybody. Loudest section of the arena gets free T-shirts. T-shirt time, everyone. Let's go!
A different look for Phoenix. Nurkic has checked in for Christian Wood. Durant comes in for Vezenkov. And it's Bradley Beal in for Beverly. A big group substitution here for Philadelphia. Warren's checked in for Reed. Bertans comes in for Council. Fournier's checked in for Mykhailiuk. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for McLaughlin. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. They told the team to dig deep, play with passion, finish this game out right. We'll see if they do, guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Booker. Ooh, some contact there. No issue for Booker, though.
We've come to expect this from Devin Booker. This guy is a relentless force on the offensive end.
Here's Fournier. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Oh, man, exploding to the rim.
Yep, makes the simple play. Booker on the tape. And Embiid with the block.
You have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
To the middle. Here's Warren. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
The name of the game isn't scoring, it's scoring efficiency.
And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Side out. Down by 15. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time.
First team.
That'll be a second foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside Booker. Here's Beal. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Evan Fournier.
Well, Bradley Beal, one of the harder covers in the NBA. He has such a well-rounded game. You've got to check him all over the floor.
Free throw drops for Beal.
Bradley Beal entered the NBA as a sweet shooter, but consistent work and improvement has turned this guy into an absolutely lethal threat from everywhere on the floor.
And Beal drops them both.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
To the inside, Booker. It's stolen by Maxey. Down low, here's Warren. Good. And the assist to Embiid. Warren's got 19 points.
Well, I love that T.J. Warren is staying aggressive on the offensive end. Be in attack mode.
Suns trail by 15. And Booker puts up a deep three. Nice open look, but it's no good.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the 76ers.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
That's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Tyrese Maxey.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. Here's Mikhailuk. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And the 76ers lead by 18. For Phoenix, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. Beverly for 3. He buries it from 3. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter. McLaughlin's shot is good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Here's Mikhailuk. Drives to the hoop. And that one's good.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Here's Little. And the Suns get another 3. So it's Philadelphia now. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Council. The 3 ball. Hits the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Lee. Inside. Here's Wood. And Wood with the stuff. From deep three-point land. Council no good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And now, time for our player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.